Welcome to show number 5 of the Wii60 show, the official podcast of Wii60.com.
Alright, hello and welcome to show number 5 of the Wii60 show on August 14th. It's now 7:20 p.m. Central. We're a little late, aren't we? Running a little behind.
Just a little bit. We had quite a bit of technical difficulties, so bear with us.
Yeah, that's for sure. No, there were some technical difficulties right there. You're lagging out a tad there.
Well, you see, right now my computer's not cooperating with me, and it's running very slow, which is why I'm building a new computer as well.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really laggy. Are you running on Ethernet or wireless?
I'm running on wireless.
Oh, that may be a part of your problem, but you never had issues with that before.
No, it's just my computer is actually... It's on the verge of becoming a doorstop.
Okay, well, you gotta work with what you got, right?
Exactly.
That's what my wife always says anyway. So we're gonna have to go ahead and just wing this show, I think.
Yeah, we're going to go basically off the top of our heads, which should be fun.
There's no structure to this whatsoever.
It'll be interesting, but actually we have a pretty new doing this show as well. We got some guest co-hosts.
Yeah, we have several, and they're going to actually do the show for us, and we're just kind of, tell them what we're going to talk about now, and they're just going to talk about it. Because, I mean, I had trouble with my equipment. I got some new equipment. I'm running things now in a way that I normally wouldn't, which is why you're hearing all the Skype sounds right now. So sorry about that. There's just nothing I can do about the way I had to just rig this up real quick. I hope everything turns out okay. So
it should turn out, in theory, fairly decent, but it definitely won't be the best episode that we've done.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Maybe content will be the best.
Did you see the chat room? It's like loaded, dude.
You know, I honestly wish I could go to the chat room, but I'm having... it takes Wii60.com 10 minutes to load up on my computer right now. Kid you not.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. So, before we get into talking to everyone else here, we'll go ahead and just do some housekeeping. The reason it's been a month since the last show is it's been pretty busy around here. I have been looking for a new house because a guy got shot out here the other day. And I think it's time to move to another area. And, I just been busy with work. And so it's just been really hard to keep up with anything. So we apologize for the lack of consistency there in regular show. But we'll get back on the ball here. We'll get it eventually. We'll get the hang of it.
By the way, sorry if I created any blood splatter on your front door. I was really mad at someone last night.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's not a good thing to joke about.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's crap goes on here all the time. So, but anyway, we're looking for a house, and so that's taking up a lot of my free evenings. But all excuses aside, we are finally here and doing the show. So, anything you want to talk about before we get into this? Like what you've been up to? Anything exciting?
Exciting. Well, I've been working basically all of my spare time at my new job, and been building a new computer so that I can hopefully help out the show a little bit better, make this run a little bit smoother. And for all you techno junkies out there, it's going to be pretty much a beast. I got the new Intel Core 2 processor.
Yeah.
Put in, about 500 gigs of memory, 2 gigs of Corsair XMS memory. I'm really going to let this run wild, so I can't wait for Crisis to come out so I could play that at full
there you go, man. That's gonna be fun. You'll have to bring it over whenever you get it. Of course, we need to do the show in person, which we haven't got a chance to do yet, but
yeah, I'm kind of scared. I don't want to be getting my car broken into.
Yeah, I know. I need to move. Oh, well, that's what insurance is for, right? See?
Yeah, still, I don't want to have to go through that.
Okay. Well, let's see. Well, how about we go ahead and we're going to jump right into the news. Before we do that, let's go ahead and join up with the guys we got.
You hear me?
Okay, all right. So let's introduce who's here. We have me and Big Lou, and then we have Kagatu. Say hello.
Hello.
All right. And we have what's your guy?
Program X.
Program X. All right. Say hello, Program X.
Hey, everyone.
And who's our other guests? Who we got left?
Rafe.
Wraith. What's up, Wraith?
Nothing.
Nothing. Sounds like fun. All right. So we are in dire need of content for this show because unfortunately things didn't work out the way we had wanted them to, and we are stuck trying to figure out what to talk about and everything. Brian, Big Lou, had got some stuff together and his computer crashed and all sorts of bad stuff. So here's how we're going to do it. Just we're going to talk about, we're going to bring up the topic of Wii or PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360, and then we could just talk about it, about news that came up and whatever miscellaneous thing came to your mind. Also, if you wouldn't mind, keep an eye on chat. Just kind of whatever we're talking about, something, whoever's not talking at the moment, just type in what we're talking about. And then we'll feed off what they have to say about it, too. That's how it works normally. Let's try to have some form here. If someone's talking, let them finish their thought. That way we're not just stumbling over each other.
All right.
And if I say anything, everyone shuts up.
He is the voice of God. Well, as you guys can tell, Wii60.com has gone through a couple of changes. We've seen a few new updates to the website, including the Wii60 Space and the Wii60.com development team. Now, the Wii60 Space is similar to MySpace or Facebook for some of you college kids in that you can create your own profile, update it, and customize it visually how you like it. And people can add comments and whatnot. So, do you guys have a Wii60 Space? Do you update it?
Yes and no.
And no.
Yes, I have one. I never update.
Really? What about that journal? Because there's also a journal that goes along with it.
There's a journal, but it's made where literally no one will look unless they're like a stalker and looking at your space every day.
Yeah. Well, if you guys have seen my signature, I created that interactive forum signature, and it has a link to my profile. And I do get a couple of hits every day going over my journal where I talk about what's up with the show, what's up with my computer, and whatnot.
What's up with the show? Like nothing?
So, today, absolutely nothing is going on.
Still no show.
Tomorrow's probably more of the same.
Show log. 827.3.
Star date. Still no show. Well, should I? I don't even have one yet, I don't think. I guess
everyone has one.
Well,
as long as you have a name, a registered name with the forums, you do have a space. However, it's probably plain and absent.
Mm-hmm.
What you do is to change that stuff around is you go into your user panel underneath the forums, and then you edit your profile, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look under the Wii Space forums, there's help topics which show you how to customize the look of it using CSS. Now, if you know CSS, you got an advantage. You can do some pretty cool stuff with it.
Okay, I'll have to check that out and make myself a little...
I've already added you.
Yeah, awesome.
Right on. Okay.
And so it's pretty cool because you can also add comments to people's profiles, similar to MySpace. So you get to have conversations, behind the scenes, similar to PM.
That thing was added last week, though. Before last week, there was no way to add comments at all. Who's breathing?
Yeah, it's a very new feature with the website. But also, I would like to talk about the Wii60.com development team, where our users are actually coming together to create video games of their own. Not really video games that you'd find as a multi-blockbuster hit on 360 or something like that, but maybe something that we could eventually come up with to release on Xbox Live Arcade. Are any of you part of these projects?
I'm part of it, pretty much just voice talent for random things, depending on whatever we do. We haven't really done that much since the only game we're going over right now is about a little fluff ball dude. So there's
what is his name? Pico?
Pico, something like that. Yeah, Pico, I think.
That's pretty good. Go ahead.
Right.
I've done like a few voice things for it, but nothing really dead set. I kind of tried to make it sound like a Pokemon at first, and it sounded really crappy. And it's that, yeah.
Go.
Thunderbolt Pico.
Nice.
Okay, that's enough of that before I make myself sound really gay.
Too late.
Hey,
Great.
don't be bashing Pokemon. That doesn't make
Aw.
you gay. I like Pokemon.
Yeah, I like it too.
I have nothing
Sorry.
against Pokemon. That's just if you can make your voice go that high, there's something wrong with you.
Now, I really like to see this updates on the development team, just because there's a couple 3D model renders, showing movements of some of the background stuff. Like there's a mushroom that when you jump on, it's kind of like a jump pad, and there's an animation of it going up and down in 3D. I think it's really cool, and I know it's pretty difficult to coordinate a team of programmers and designers and talent to work together on a video game over a forum, much less in person. But I think it's pretty interesting to see what's going to happen in the next few months, whether or not we actually do create a working title. I think it'd be cool to develop something with that new software that Microsoft's come out with. I don't know if you guys seen that. They're coming out with this software for people to easily create Xbox Live Arcade.
Yeah, their
titles.
own content and stuff.
Exactly, and I'm sure we could probably find a way to utilize that with our development team and come out with something for the masses. Who knows? We could actually make money off of this.
Yeah, I think what we need to do first with it is actually get everything set down in stone, like have everything worked out, like the voice and the modeling and everything before we think of something like that. And if we do get it all done, then we could first let it go on to like new rounds or something and see how much hype it gets there, and then we could go on to something like that if it works out.
Well, there you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right, well, I think we've covered what is new on the website for the most part. There's not too many updates. Let's move on to the game news. We'll start with the Wii news. Everyone ask yourself this. Are we ready for Wii news? Nintendo Wii. First, I'd like to talk about a pretty new revelation, the supposed scanned emails from Nintendo Corporation to retailers in the UK. There's emails going around saying that they will be delivered this countdown clock for the Wii, the consoles, supposedly linked up to the release date. And still no word yet on the release, but you would think that if they're getting the signage for the release, that an announcement would be made fairly shortly, especially with a lot of new game conventions coming out soon.
Yeah.
So now are we believing that those are legit?
Supposedly, they are. They're withholding the name of the author, but it is routed through Nintendo Corporation, so it's supposedly a fairly legit email. Whether or not it is true, it's
Well, it
still
doesn't
seems to be seen, but
It's pretty easy to fake something like that. It does kind of look legit for the way it's written out, all formal and everything. But then again, it's really easy to fake because, like, I've seen with record albums, names of the song tracks written out almost exactly like that, and it turned out to be a complete fake. I've seen with movie scripts and stuff like that written out almost like that, and it was complete fake also, so way to tell whether it's real or not. We can hope for the best. I mean, it looks like it could be real, but you never know.
Yeah. Well, this isn't something, too extreme. It's not like a release or anything. This is just hinting at a release, so
Hinting.
It seems to be more legit than not. But let's pretend for a second that it is 100% true, that it has come up from Nintendo themselves, that they are doing these little countdown timers. Do you think this is a good idea? Is this going to raise hype
Probably.
among consumers?
There's already enough hype, actually.
Yeah.
Every
I know
time
there's quite a bit of hype, but there's also the average consumer that doesn't know too things about video games. They're basically going off of what they see in the stores and what they see on TV. And so far, there hasn't been too much advertisements on TV for the Wii. You see the MTV commercials every once in a while, but you still don't see too much about it. And I think this, especially being so mysterious, it's just a countdown timer. You just see something on the wall ticking down. You're obviously going to ask about it. I think this could, raise a little bit of hype. But you are right. There is an awful lot of hype. Nintendo doesn't have to do too much to advertise their product.
Yeah, as an example for how much hype there was, the other day I went into, I think it was either EB or GameStop, to pick up one of the coolers for the 360 system, and I asked about the Wii, and they were like, "You're the 8th person just today." And I was like, 8th person? They said, yeah, some people even come every day just to ask when they can pre-order it. So there's fairly enough hype already.
Yeah, but you can't pre-order it, can you? You said that.
Not yet. Apparently you did.
I don't think you can.
I have pre-ordered it.
I don't know how he did.
I know Australia had some type of thing going on where if you pre-order, you get a free game with it.
No, that's PS3, I think.
Was that the PlayStation 3?
Yeah,
Toys R Us. That's the Toys R Us for PlayStation 3.
Okay. Well, even if I can pre-order, and I probably will, most likely, if it is possible, I will still probably wait in line just because that's such a fun thing to do. Yeah. I did that for Xbox 360.
Here's the question, though. Are you going to get a white one or a black one?
I'll probably get a white one just because, it'll match my iPod that I'm going to get soon. It's going to match my 360.
And 360.
I'm going to get a black one. I'm going to get a black one because almost everyone is going to take a white one.
White,
and I want to be special.
A lot of people are just going to be like...
I don't know about that. I think the black one is going to actually be a little bit more popular. As you've seen in Europe, I mean, that sold out right away. And when they really got it in Japan, that sold out right away as well. And it's very limited quantity. I'm not sure if they're even going to make as many black Wiis as they do the white ones. So,
someone just posted something that's kind of weird. Apparently, there is going to be a Viva Pinata TV show.
Right, that's part of the franchise. The whole thing they're trying to make.
No, I mean it's going to be an actual TV show on TV done by 4Kids.
Yeah, yep. That's part of their master plan. It's basically Pokemon all over again. Wow. So they're releasing the show and the game simultaneously, and they're using the show to create a buzz that you can't, with children. The kind of market that the 360 has right now is mostly with, the 18 to 35 demographic. So what they're doing is they're going to be getting children and some of the casual gamers, such as girlfriends and wives and such, to get into the game by using a more colorful, they have it's more cartoony. Mm-hmm. And with the show, they're trying to, push it into a market that it's not currently in.
Also, here it says apparently it will be released on September 9th.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I did not even know about that.
Well, I heard an interview with the head of that development on Major Nelson. I don't know if you've listened to his podcast ever, but he was developing.
I haven't listened to his recent one.
Okay, this is actually a little while back, but he interviewed one of the developers for that, and they were making sure that people were aware that it's not just a game; it's a complete franchise, and they're going to be milking it. It's a cash cow they're going to be milking for a long time now. So you're going to see, you're going to see Viva Pinata lunchboxes, Viva Pinata DVDs and movies, and again, it's Pokemon all over again. So
I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait to sell my golden foil Viva Pinata trading card for $110 on eBay.
eBay, yes.
eBay.
Holographic Viva Pinata.
It's a holograph.
And when I take my Game Boy or N64 cartridge into Blockbuster, I can print out my Viva Pinata stickers.
No, it'll be your Xbox 360 memory card. Pokemon Snap. Oh my god, that game was... Oh god.
Alright,
that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to more Wii news. We got 27 launch titles officially announced for the Wii launch. with even more launch titles coming out through the launch window, which is basically the months to come after the official release date. Now, a lot of these titles aren't first-party, they're third-party support, and this is overwhelming third-party support, especially for Nintendo. You know, with the GameCube and the Nintendo 64, not a lot of other companies were developing right away with the systems, but it seems like with the overwhelming support that they got at E3, a lot of developers are just can't wait to create a game for the Wii.
Now, before this, it definitely seemed like there wasn't going to be very little third-party support, especially when the name changed to Wii.
Exactly.
I mean, a lot of people dislike Nintendo for that, and it's really overwhelming third-party support, especially since we didn't even think, back. If you think back, there was, hardly any support. I mean, you heard about Ubisoft, but no one else really. It seems now, all of a sudden, after E3, there's tons and tons of support.
Yeah, a lot of support.
I mean, EA has multiple titles, Activision has multiple titles, as you already said, Ubisoft has multiple titles, and they're not just, throwing out random crap that's they're going to hope might sell a little bit. This is, big franchises that they're throwing as launch titles, which you don't see too much until second-generation games. I think that's very important, especially with big-name titles like Madden, you're going to see as a launch title. So you're going to be seeing a lot of cool stuff right away, where you won't be seeing that when the 360 launched, or maybe when the PlayStation 3 launches.
Yeah,
and then also Medal of Honor Airborne is actually going to be ported to the Wii also.
Yeah, I mean, some really cool stuff that you normally wouldn't see on what would be considered a childish title is now being transported because a lot of companies are starting to have faith in the Wii. So,
I asked in chat what people were looking forward to the most out of those 27 titles, and I expected to see a lot of Zelda, Twilight Princess, which of course that's probably my pick as well. But let's see, we have just go ahead and read these off. Super Toy says Zelda for sure.
Yeah.
Paulum, Zelda. Coffee Harry says Metroid 3, so a little bit different there. What about you guys? What are you looking forward to most out of those launch titles?
Zelda.
Saw that coming.
I cannot live without Zelda. I must have Zelda Twilight Princess. I need it. I don't care about any other game. I must have Twilight Princess.
I'm surprised I'm not seeing more Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, seriously. Super Smash is my game. I'd get it just for that game.
Well, I want that too, but Twilight Princess. Yeah.
I got about a few that I actually wanted. I wanted to get Call of Duty 3 for one, because it just looks amazing how you actually hold it like you're holding the gun out and everything, and even look through the eye and everything. Duck Hunt, Wii. I don't know when it's coming, but it's Duck Hunt and it's on the Wii, so it's good. Let's see what else. Elabits, I think that's how they pronounce it. I don't know why I want it, but I really want that game.
That kind of reminds me of a Katamari Damacy.
It looks like Katamari Damacy feel with the old, I don't know if anyone remember this show. Well, you might. It was an old Nickelodeon show it was a game show called Finders Keepers.
Finders Keepers. Oh, God,
yes.
I love it. With the guy who was obviously on crack hosting the show.
What?
It's kind of like Finders Keeper because you have to flip everything over to find the little elephant. Smash open bottles, and you could pretty much destroy anything on that show because it was all fake anyway. It was like, alright, let's destroy this picture frame, and look, we found a little note behind it.
Exactly, yeah.
Also, Zelda, of course. And I was Smash Brothers too. And that's about it for me. Yeah, that's enough.
That's a lot for your number one pick.
Hey, that's a number lot pick.
I'm obviously going to be more supportive for the first-party titles just because they're Nintendo, but I'm going to have to say, I'm going to switch this around and say Madden and Red Steel. Just because Red Steel, I mean, that looks great with the sword and the guns and everything, how you're going to be... Madden, I just wait to be able to throw the football. Me and my buddies, I'm getting up and we're going to be literally tackling each other when we're doing this kind of stuff. so much fun.
There's a picture on the forums of Madden and actually how you would throw the football and catch it and everything using the Wiimote. And also for Red Steel, does anyone think it's going to be M now since they released those new screenshots? Instead
No.
of T?
And there's also no blood in it and stuff. So.
Yeah, but there is nudity.
Really?
Yeah, there is pretty provocative.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't know right now.
It could
They
be,
haven't really said too much.
So no blood, but nudity. Okay.
Or I think it should be the second adult title ever made.
Now, in Germany, that's interesting. Germany, like certain things cannot have blood, but nudity's okay. Like you'll turn on, like you'll watch a commercial and it'll be like an orange juice commercial, and it'll have some chick drinking orange juice and she doesn't have a top on.
Happy juice.
But they won't allow you to have blood in video games. So it all depends on the standards of the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Someone was calling.
That's all right.
America is gonna be a bit more pro-blood,
Anti-boobs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how our
Unfortunately for me and Big Lou. So.
Because we don't like blood, but we like nudity.
Yeah, of course. But no, actually, at some of the game, I remember hearing at some of the game shows. I don't mean game shows as Price is Right, but I mean video game like expos, conventions.
Yeah.
The booth babes there will sometimes be topless.
That's
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I need to go to Comic-Con more often.
All right, let's go to E3, guys. Let's go next year. All right, we're doing it. All right.
All right. Well, what's next, Big? Anything?
Well, we're going to be switching up to Xbox 360 news now.
All right. 360 news.
Oh.
Let's go.
I had some rumors, but hey.
All right, well, let's first look at the Xbox 360 HD DVD add-on.
Oh, hold on. Actually, who said they have rumors?
That was me. That was me.
I mean, about Wii. Did anyone have anything to talk about the Wii?
Actually,
that
I
was-
did have one more thing to talk about.
Okay,
Tony
all right.
Hawk's.
Before we move on, go ahead.
Oh, that was me.
Whenever
Who is it
you're
now?
ready.
Who is it now?
Tony Hawk, let's hear about that.
All right. For Tony Hawk's game, they said that they'll also, you know how it's going to be ported to DS, but they changed the control totally. Apparently, they're going to add a special Game Boy pack to plug in the Game Boy slot, and it's going to add gyros to the DS functionality.
Wow.
One more thing for the DS to have to control. We've got the microphone and the touch screen and the tilt sensor. Soon there's going to be like a heat pad that you have to hold in your hand with blood samples to test your blood sugar level.
That'd be fun.
And also on Downhill Jam, they actually got who was it? Iron Maiden to do a song for the game itself. So that's
Iron
good.
Maiden.
Really? Cool.
Yes. I don't know why they're getting Iron Maiden to do a song for a skateboarding game, but if it works, it's good.
Man.
Oh, here there's some re-release date rumors.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go in detail, but some people say it's gonna be November the 2nd or the 12th.
Yeah, I heard a lot about November 2nd, 12th, or perhaps late October. Those seem to be the three major rumors when it comes to the release dates.
I tried to decode the whole rumor thing that they had on IGN, and I came up with like a November 11th, and then like everyone asked me how I got that, and I looked back at it and said, I have no clue.
7
just hoping.
straight hours with coffee.
Yeah, where's Nostradamus when you need him? Seriously. Well, is that it now? Before we go
Yeah,
on?
let's go to Xbox.
Okay, all right. 360 news, Big Lou. It's up to you again.
We're going to take a 180 to cover the 360. Xbox 360.
Let's do this. All right. Well, we'll tackle another rumor with Xbox 360 hard drive, or not hard drive, HD DVD add-on. Supposedly now is $200, which originally was thought to be $300. This is coming from a Taiwanese manufacturer, which is linked to the manufacturer of the HD DVD add-on. Now, I think this is good news. For $200 price point, you're still looking at, with a 360 Premium and $200, about the same price as a PlayStation 3. Obviously, you'd probably want that to be a little bit less than the PlayStation 3 to stay absolutely competitive, but who knows, with a price drop in the Xbox 360 itself, it could still be cheaper. But this is definitely better than $300 price point, which would put it over the PlayStation 3. Now, what do you guys think about this?
Yeah, well, go ahead, whoever wants to.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something. I don't really care about playing movies. I don't even have an HD TV, so for me it's kind of
well. At least it ain't Blu-ray, and we don't have to pay $600 to
Exactly, yeah.
actually have it in
Yeah.
Microsoft's doing this smart. They're allowing you to be, have a choice. You're not buying games that are formatted on HD DVDs. You're only buying this to allow you to play DVDs, which you necessarily don't need. That's why they don't have it built in.
Exactly.
Is it worth it?
maybe.
Yes, to some consumers it is. Actually, I think it's more of when people look to buying stuff this holiday season, they're going to see $200 for an HD DVD player. If I already have an Xbox 360, might as well if I'm going to want HD DVDs.
I completely agree.
I mean, because any HD DVD player that you're going to buy for on top of your TV or whatever is going to cost about $500 to $600, and a Blu-ray player is up to $1,200.
If you have an HD TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, it's pointless.
That's
and I
why
hope people realize that just because they're getting a HD DVD player, that it isn't going to make it look any better unless they have an HD TV.
Yeah.
Because
it will still look better. There will be less pixelization. There will be less downgrading. It will look better.
Maybe a little, but still, I mean, DVDs
not
are
worth
pretty good.
it.
No, definitely not worth it unless you have an HD TV.
Right, exactly. So, not enough. It's not as drastic as with gaming. If you don't have an HD DVD player, if you don't have an HD TV, you can still see the difference with a 360.
Yeah.
You still see a huge difference because it still comes down to detail and textures.
But if you don't have an HD TV and you want to play Dead Rising, you're pretty much out of luck.
Yeah.
Because right now, it will crash your system if you don't have an HD TV to play Dead Rising on.
Yeah, this
and
is
they're
true.
trying to get out a fix for that, but
it will.
Yet.
I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, actually, it's been pretty well known now that Dead Rising is starting to pop up under people's systems as a crash, an error. So they say it might be a ventilation problem, but it's something to do with high definition, whatever it is. I don't know.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. All right. Next.
Prey. The updates for Prey?
Yeah. They got some updates coming out with Prey because they've been listening to a lot of the players, and the players find some, faults with the maps, how some of the maps aren't suited for multiple players. It's a good 1v1 map, but, they want more maps that are going to be suitable for more players, so they're coming out with some more maps. They're coming out with some patches to fix some of the content that's already in the game that might have a little bit of errors. Plus, they're also coming out with new playable characters, including female models. So, you're going to be able to play as your favorite vixen in the game.
Yay. Sounds good.
That's good. All they need now is beer. And then the game will be perfect.
Games, women, and beer. That's life in a nutshell.
And Pong.
As we've discussed.
You must have had a discussion while I was gone, didn't you?
Yes, well, we were talking about how I am officially the St. Louis County Beer Pong champion.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
well,
I was.
Congratulations!
Thank you. I was in a single elimination tournament among 24 teams, and me and my buddy, we went all the way. We went the distance.
You went the distance.
You were drunk.
So eventually, you just lost yourself because you passed out.
I didn't pass out, but I was pretty intoxicated. Yes, I will admit that.
Spore. But that's a bit all platforms. It's going to come on all platforms.
Yeah, Will Wright hasn't said yet that it's going to be coming out on all platforms, but he did dabble on the fact that he would like to see it. And he not only is it going to be for all platforms, but he wants it to be cross-platform, which means a PlayStation 3 Spore is going to be able to communicate with a cell phone version of Spore, if so happens to be a cell phone version.
That's insane.
Maybe we'll have Spore. I mean, we've seen that with pretty much with The Sims, which of course is his game too.
Mm-hmm.
We see Sims on several different platforms. There's basically every iteration possible. I mean, we have them on the consoles, and we have them on the PC where it started, and we have them on handhelds, and they're different versions of the game. So the Spore we have on PC will be different than the Spore we may have on 360 and so on, and handhelds. So I wonder.
My favorite version is the real life Sims.
Real life Sims.
Where I work for a living and do things that I enjoy.
Yeah, I just do the working. I don't do anything I enjoy. Oh well. But anyway, along those lines, we'll probably see the same thing that we see. So in that case, then the best place to get your Spore will be on the PC. If you're using like Sims, because I mean that's where it's at. That's where it's at.
I think it will be good on the DS too if it comes to the DS, just because you have the stylus. And as you saw in the previews at E3 that Spore had, you used the mouse a lot to create your character and move around the landscape. So I think the DS you'll be able to do similar things, or maybe even the Wii too, because you're going to be able to use the Wii mode as similar to the stylus of the DS.
Yeah, the touchscreen and stylus completely mimics the mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good system once you get used to it. And Super Toy says Spore on 360 would be lead. I agree. That'd be pretty cool.
Lead. Now, when I first saw E3 05 or 06, whatever this past year's E3 was, I guess it was 06. Whatever. I couldn't tell if it was before or after the year, but obviously it's after. Anyways, brain fart. When I first saw Spore, Spore and Halo 3 were my top games of E3. I thought, well, obviously Halo 3 just because I'm a Halo maniac, but Spore just seemed to me like the coolest game that I've seen in a long time, aside from Portals, which wasn't at E3, but I think that is also a cool game.
Mm-hmm.
But Spore looked just amazing. I mean, it looks so creative. You can have fun with it, but you can also get real deep with it, and you can get content from other players. You can put your animals into other people's worlds. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good idea, and it's going to be breaking a lot of boundaries as far as gaming goes. A lot of developers are really excited about that game, so I think we should too, because it's going to hopefully bring upon a new standard of these Sims, God Sims. And if any guy's going to do it, it might as well be Will Wright. He's been doing it for a long time, so that'll be great.
He's come up with some very clever games. So, anyone else have anything to say about 360?
I don't know. Mass Effect? Not much to say about that. Other than it looks awesome.
Media remote. I don't know.
It's really cool.
I love LAMP.
Oh, give him a break. We're just messing with you, man. We're just messing with you.
Okay.
You okay? You're not going to leave, are you?
No, I'm not gonna leave.
Okay, good. We don't
I want me to, but I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna stay here.
Good.
Hey, Wii60 fans! Do you have questions, comments, or suggestions for the guys? Send them to Wii60show@gmail.com. Jerbol and Big Luke would love to hear from you, and your questions and comments help the guys do the show, and we all know they need it. Also, feel free to record audio questions in the form of MP3s for them to play on the air. Just email them at Wii60show@gmail.com or post in the Wii60 Show forums at Wii60.com.
Hey, this is Nix from the Wii60 forums. You're listening to the Wii60 Show, the official podcast of Wii60.com, introduced by Jerbol and Big Luke.
Hey, at least PlayStation 1 and 2 were good. This is news for PlayStation 3.
Yeah, what about the adapter so that you can upload your game saves from PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 to your PlayStation 3?
That's kind of
obviously.
I think that's a good idea.
No, I like it too because I mean a lot of the people that have the PlayStations, the main games on the PlayStations were things like RPGs and stuff like that, which took 60 hours to play. You don't want to have to start over if you're going to play the game again.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's good that they have a peripheral because obviously they couldn't fit a memory card slot because they have 400 million other things in the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't have a memory card slot like the Wii has for the GameCube, but
Yeah.
regardless, as long as they're going to be able to support game saves from the previous consoles, which I don't like from the 360 because the only way to do that is you have to have Action Replay to first get your game saves from Xbox onto your computer, and then you also have to have the Daytel hard drive to computer accessory kit to get those to your Xbox 360, which is quite a bit of money just for some game saves. So.
It's just a hassle.
Mm-hmm. But PlayStation 3, it seems that they're going a more direct route, allowing people to upload their game saves.
Hello?
What?
We didn't have that with 360.
With what?
Being able to get our saves.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. What, did we just talk about that?
Yeah, we were talking about
really?
Action Replay.
See, I was actually reading chat, so I didn't catch that,
Jerbol, you have ADD, I swear.
Probably.
And then I was talking about, hey, look, a bird.
All right, back on track here.
So, I mean, I think with PlayStation 3, obviously, I think it is the underdog this generation, with being attached so much that it needs stuff that allow very user-friendly peripherals to get their players back. And I think this is a step in the right direction.
Now, I heard Wraith go, did you have something to say?
No, I don't have anything to say.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure. Because you don't speak up sometimes. I want to make sure.
Okay.
Just yell it out, man, if you got something to say.
I'm gonna yell next time.
Okay, all right.
Ah!
All right, moving on.
What's the word of the week?
PlayStation. You have to yell it now.
Oh.
PlayStation.
With the capital. PlayStation.
Yeah, it's now
PlayStation!
PlayStation 3. the official name is now in caps.
All right.
Caps lock, which, as we know on the internet, is when you're yelling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Just because it's bigger and better and edgy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's see what
it's like a console that needs to go through anger management.
We have, I think Jerbol and Big Lou are doing the bashing without us. And I don't know what that was going on with, but Law says 16-year-old guy looking for girl 15 to 17 to chat with on AIM.
He's pimping himself out on our chat. All right.
Are we doing the shoutouts?
No shout-outs yet.
Oh.
We're going to wait.
Because
We got some more news for PS3?
Not really, but
At least our news this week was good. Good news, right?
what do you guys think about PS3 online-wise?
I think it's got a lot of catching up to do with the Xbox Live because, I mean, obviously, same with Wii. I think Wii Connect 24 is going to have a lot of catching up to do because they were completely absent last round. At least PlayStation 2 had a little bit, they got their feet wet with their online services, but I think it was completely misguided, allowing the game companies to create their own servers, which were always horrendously laggy. They didn't have any support whatsoever. Whereas Xbox Live for the Xbox One, it was a master server where all the games were played. They were great servers with very little lag. In fact, unless you have a bad connection, you won't get any lag on most games. There was a lot of content that you can download for the games. But now Xbox Live Anywhere for the 360, you've got an entire marketplace. You've got a great meeting ground for every one of your friends to come together and chat or play games and stuff like that. And this is really good features. And I think whatever the name of the PlayStation 3, whatever that's called, it's got a lot.
Uh-oh. I'll pick up where he left off. Except I wasn't paying attention. All I know is that all of a sudden no one was talking. Oh, there we go.
No.
Oh, he's out. He's out.
All right, what was he saying, guys?
I think he was trying
listening.
to say that, like Xbox Live Anywhere now, that you can get everything from your phone and everything is all connected, and
You're right.
and Sony doesn't.
That's garbage. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Hold on. Hello? Hold on a second. What's up? Oh, okay. No way. Good. Do you want to finish your thought real quick? Yeah, here, go ahead. Ed.
Well, as I was saying, it's got a lot of catching up to do with the Xbox Live Anywhere. I think mainly what's going to need to be done is a lot of support from the developers to create a lot of good content to be downloaded from these services, and also a lot of support from the gamers who are obviously going to have to be patient for these first few months because it will have a few problems. So did Xbox Live when it first came out in 2000, I think, or 2001. So, a lot of people are going to have to be patient. Obviously, it's going to lag behind Xbox Live Anywhere for a little while, but eventually I think it could take off, so we'll have to see in the next few years.
All right. Good point. Thought I'd give you a chance to finish your thought there. From the cell phone. I can't believe your computer's dead.
No, it just died. Like, it just turned off, and I pushed the button to turn it on, nothing happened.
Oh.
It could be the CPU probably overheated. I'm going to have to let it cool off.
All right.
Give it some ventilation, but I guess I gotta sign off then.
All right. Good luck, man. Thanks a lot for joining us. Thanks for hosting the
have
show.
fun with the show. I actually had a lot of fun with all those people on there, so I
Yeah.
have to do this again.
Yeah, good times, good times. All right. Take it easy, man.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. All right. So, we were getting kind of towards the end of that anyway. We have emails and stuff, of course, that we normally get to. Since we had like a group discussion tonight, we're not going to do that. We got some news stuff. We talked about some crap going on. I guess this wasn't the most complete show ever, but we were winging it. So what can you expect, right?
Yeah.
So Kagatu isn't back yet, but we had Wraith in here, and we have Brian from Team DSX. You want to pimp that out a little bit?
Sure. Team DSX is a website about, it stands for Dual Systems Extreme, and it's about DS and Wii. Those are the two systems. And our big thing right now is something called DS Tabs, which is, it's a tab system for the Nintendo DS browser. Now, one major feature that they didn't include in the browser was the ability to make tabs and switch to different websites as you're browsing. And what this allows you to do is be on AIM at the same time as while you're being on a different website, and it's a really great, and it made us kind of popular so far.
All right. Well, good job, guys. So now, how much time did it take to program this, to develop this?
Actually, it took about 2 days, maybe. We kind of got our, 2 days non-stop, and I'd like to mention the person who's been working really closely to me and did most of the work. His name's True Journals, and you can find him on the team page of teamdsx.net.
Okay.
And, yeah, we're going good with that.
All right. Well, I may have to have you guys all on one show. Maybe next show. We'll have all you guys on, and we'll talk about the process you went through and how that's working. So now, how do you implement that into the DS?
You just go to... We made like a special page designed for the DS, and since I have the Opera web browser, we can easily test it, and all you have to do is sign up, it's free, and then go to teamdsx.net/DS, and you can bookmark it on your DS, and go to that as your start page or whatever you want.
All right, sounds good. That sounds like it'd be pretty useful. And as soon as I get the that web browser, then I'll check it out. Unfortunately, I can't say anything about it because I don't have it yet. So, did you import that in from?
Yeah, I actually imported through Likesang.
Okay.
And it took about 7 days.
Okay.
So
and how
that's
much did that
pretty
run you?
fast.
How much did that cost?
It cost $49.90,
$49.90. Okay.
but no shipping. Play Asia, another import website, they do charge shipping.
Okay. All right. Good to know. So, we'll have you guys on. I talked to some of the other guys on your team earlier tonight, and we'll have you guys on, and we'll talk about some more what you have planned for in the future. I guess you got something else going on, maybe. Or is that it? All right. Cool. Well, we'll talk about that later on. I guess maybe show 6. You guys would be up for that.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. And let's see, any shout-outs we got going on?
Yes, I have a shout out.
Okay, all right.
I promised him I would say this. Bliss rules. That's all. I just promised him.
Okay. All right. Any other shout-outs that you see? Anyone?
Let's see. Shout out.
I put out in the chat here. We got to call everyone out. Let's go ahead and name. Let's see. Shout out to Kelly from Jonathan. PXG 360 shouts out to Sonic King and Kelly. May they have happy life together. Now, wasn't there some debacle going on earlier with PXG and Sonic King? Weren't they?
What?
I think they were planning on having a wedding or something.
No. Oh wait, yes, that would them be.
It was them.
They were gonna marry.
I guess it didn't work out. Shout out to Jerbol's mom as always from Super Toy. Alright, we're going to read off the people in chat. We have Lal, Yoshibot of course, Andrew ADR, Jerbol, Kagato Asuka 99, Ken Master, Melee Boy, Mike PhD, Mr. Pink, Omniclass, Palom,
Dragon.
okay, PRGMX, PXG, Sony King, Super Toy, Titlin?
Tiddlin.
Tiddlin,
I don't know.
Wraith, Zombie 337, or actually Zombleet, and Josh Star. Alright, so thanks a lot, guys, for joining us in the chat. I hope you enjoyed the show, and thank you, Brian and Program X, right? Program X?
Yeah, you got it.
Alright, thank you, Program X and Ray. See, all this gets edited out later.
Yeah.
And my brain's retarded tonight, and I can't think clearly, so it's been a long day. I have to edit all this out, but it'll sound decent when it's done. So, thanks for joining us, guys. We appreciate it. Thanks goes to Kagatu for joining us, and that's it. So, take it easy, guys, and we'll have next show hopefully as soon as possible. Thanks for listening.